copies. Bound. Around here?
Yep, I'll let you navigate.
Vic 1, Vic 2, I've lost that.
Vic 2, Vic 1 hold.
Vic 1 holding.
Vic 3 move.
Vic 3 is moving.
All right. Make sure you have pen and paper. Because there will be a test after the course. Like a quiz. Everybody ready?
Oh wait, sorry Cap, I might have to go AFK for like a minute and 20 minutes, just in case.
Alright, just let me know. We'll take a break when you do.
Alright.
Right, so welcome to the Combat Vehicle Tracked Drivers course. I am Lance Corporal Cappellari, a warrior commander in 7 Platoon, 2 Section. I will be your instructor for today. You're attending this course so that you can gain an understanding of how to operate the warrior to a heightened effectiveness as drivers. Okay, so when operating the warrior as a driver, you are a cog in a machine, being the crew of 3 people. To make sure you are a smoothly operating cog in this machine, you as drivers need to keep several things in mind regarding the vehicle and the movement of the vehicle. Number 1, spacing. Spacing is normally under the commander direction, as in he tells you how much spacing he wants, but it's generally dependent on the terrain and threat level of the area you're driving through. So if the terrain is really hilly, you might need a small spacing. If you're driving through an area with high threat of RPGs or mines, the spacing may be bigger. Again, it's under generally the commander discretion, but some commanders might just what's the word? They might not tell you the spacing, just assume you know your spacing off of that and yell at you if the spacing is not correct. I'm not one of these commanders, but it could happen. Good spacings allows for mutual support between the various vehicles and lessens the likelihood of getting destroyed by IDF or IEDs in case they are encountered. Any questions on spacing? No. Okay, number 2, speed. You need to keep a relevant speed to the task you are conducting, to the threat you're facing, and the terrain you're moving through. Additionally, speed is important because if you drive too fast, the gunner won't be able to see shit, and neither will the commander, because they're looking through sights or cameras that are limited at FOV. But if you drive too slowly, you're an easy target for anybody with an RPG. The speed needs to be appropriate and a balancing act between safety and the gunner and commander being able to look around and engage stuff if necessary. Any questions on speed?
Sorry, just a second. For speed, it's just about if you go too fast, the gun and commander can't really see shit, and if you go too slow, RPGs can hit you.
Yeah, that's the general idea. If you drive slowly, you're more at risk because you're a slowly moving target. You're easier to hit. If you drive fast, obviously you're less easy to hit. But the gunner and commander will have less time to see stuff, and the vehicle is a less stable platform to fire the weapons if need be.
Okay.
Number 3, orientation. To minimize the vehicle's silhouette, you have have the strongest armor towards the threat. So every time you're, not really when you're moving, but when you're stopped, you should orientate the vehicle to having the strongest armor towards the threat. So pointing the vehicle towards the threat because it presents the smallest silhouette in the front or the rear, but mainly the front because it's narrower than to the side because it's obviously a bulky vehicle, not like a BMP-1, which is very low to the ground. Any questions about orientation? Another thing about orientation that I just came to mind. It's easier to move the vehicle forward or backward, so you should keep in mind when you orientate the vehicle, orientate it in a way to have small silhouette and the strongest armor towards the enemy, but also to have an easy access to routes of escape if you need to move the vehicle. If, for example, you're taking Number 4, turn and speed changes. At all times, you need to drive in order to predict turns and speed changes, which helps keep the gunner and commander effective in their role. Rapid changes of speed and direction, however, can make the vehicle a harder target to hit. Where it's going, or if you change it rapidly. Again, as with speed, it's a balancing act between security of the vehicle itself and the need to keep the gunner and commander doing their job effectively and, if necessary, firing the gun from a stable platform. Any questions about turns and speed changes?
Would you repeat that because you were kind of lagging in and out there for me?
I can say again. What? Sorry.
You just say like the beginning bit if you don't mind, because like you were lagging in and out for me.
Right,
It was for me as well, Cap. Mike's gotten out.
All right, yeah. So turns and speed changes. You need to drive at all times in order to predict turns and speed changes in a way that maintains smooth movement of the vehicle. So if you're in a town and there's a 90-degree corner, drive in a way to avoid stopping the vehicle through the corner. Also, you need to drive being aware of this in order to keep the gunner and commander effective in doing their job. Is that it?
So keep the gunner. So keep the gunner in a. What was with the gunner there?
You need to be aware of turns and speed changes and maintain smooth movement in order to keep the gunner and commander doing their job effectively.
Okay.
Again, if you turn to one side or the other really fast, the turret might move with the vehicle. And so the gunner that might be looking at one position might suddenly find himself looking somewhere else.
Okay.
Very distracted, especially if it is zoomed in. Right, number, what is it? 5. And whenever it's possible due to the situation we're in, keep the vehicle concealed with what is behind it. So, for example, with the green vehicles we have, try and have the vehicle stopped in front of woods or area with a green background so that it's hard to spot. And obviously, if you have a tan vehicle, do not park it in front of woods if at all possible. Additionally, with background, move through exposed terrain at speed. So whenever you're moving through an open ground, do it at speed. Right. All these things tie into using the terrain as a driver. So again, when possible, avoid traveling over exposed ground and use that ground for movement. If you absolutely have to cross exposed ground, do it at speed. Always use cover, if possible, when stopping and when moving, but avoid isolated cover because it's kind of obvious. I present an obvious target. Any questions on the five things to keep in mind?
What was the name of the 5th topic?
Background.
Background, okay. Thank you.
So now we're moving on to cross-country movement. It should always be conducted in bounds. Different from the infantry, vehicle bounds, because we're using vehicles, are generally faster in speed and cover more ground with a single movement. So if the infantry might take 6 to 7 bounds to cover the distance from that shack over there to the start of the obstacle course or driving course to the right there, which we can't see because of the trucks, but it's there. The warriors might do it in half a bound or a single bound and in a quarter of the time. It is common for the covering element to have difficulties keeping eyes on the bounding element because of this. So communications between the two elements is extremely important. As with infantry movement, there are two types of bounds: leapfrog and caterpillar bound. Leapfrog is when the two elements move past each other every time, while the caterpillar bound is when they move aligned to each other every time. Movement in bounds should always be coordinated in pairs of vehicles. So in a platoon, we have 4 vehicles. When moving in bounds, it should always be in pairs of 2, unless the pairs are doing different things and are in different areas. Any questions on cross-country movements and bounds?
So it's just so the first bit, the warriors can do bounds quickly and could do like twice the speed as infantry, you said?
Yeah, they can cover more ground faster.
Okay.
Right. When moving along roads doing cross-country movements, there are 3 color codes we use in armored vehicles for 3 types of movements we do. These are green patrol, amber patrol, and red patrol. They're sometimes referred to green, amber, and red snake. So let's start with red snake or red patrol. Is basically bounding as you would in cross country over open ground, but doing it in the direction of a road. Sorry, following the axis of travel of a road. It's the slowest of the advances, obviously, but it provides incredible security because there's always at least 2 vehicles stopped with their guns moving about, and is generally used when contact with the enemy is highly expected. The gunners are usually on their main cannon, unless the ROE doesn't allow for the use of the main cannon. Then we have green snake or green patrol. This is movement along a road trying to maintain around 50 to 150 meters spacing between the vehicles, preferably in a vehicle to make it harder on the enemy, predict the number of vehicles. It's basically a normal convoy, so 1 vehicle after the other. The gunners are generally all machine guns ready and looking. The ideal order of march of this movement is the platoon leader's vehicle in front, followed by the section vehicle, another section vehicle, and the platoon sergeant's vehicle in the rear. Now, in the fourth, both the platoon leader, platoon sergeant, and warrior sergeant are in the same vehicle, so this doesn't apply, but the ideal order of march would be platoon leader, section, and platoon sergeant. One thing, the rear vehicle does not look behind itself like in Foxhound convoys or in normal vehicle convoys. It keeps eyes on the sides as the vehicle is in front, but does not look back unless absolutely necessary or women later. The third type of patrol is amber patrol. It's the most difficult to explain and perform, and is used when contact with the enemy is likely, but it's not a sure thing. In this type of patrol, the 4 warriors and the convoy itself is divided in 2 parts. 2 warriors are up front, bounding along the sides of the road, being caterpillar bound in front of the convoy in order to keep it secure. They're ready for a fight and usually the first to initiate contact with the enemy because, they're first. The rest of the convoy moves along behind them in a steady pace without stopping in a normal green patrol. Is that clear?
Clear.
Right. The ideal order of march for this is a section vehicle and the platoon leader's vehicle as the bounding pair in front. The rest of the convoy is led by the platoon sergeant's vehicle, then any other vehicles that might be traveling, the warrior platoon, and a section vehicle bringing up the rear. Yeah. Okay. The next part is jockeying. So jockeying is moving the vehicle to alternative positions after an engagement. It's useful because it helps prevent an adversary from locating the vehicle and provides the commander with a tactical advantage over the enemy. Coordination is necessary to ensure that one vehicle is always in a firing position observing or providing fire support while another vehicle is moving. Vehicle commanders should always check between each other before they move to assess likely enemy positions, select the next position, and select the best route to that position. Now, the assessment of likely enemy positions is a commander's job, while the selection of the next position and of the route to reach it should be delegated down to the driver and should be something the driver keeps in mind. All right, this is jockeying in general. However, moving between positions, you will rarely, if ever, hear it called jockeying. What you will hear called jockeying is when you do this thing, so moving between positions while on a hill. Now that can be called jockeying, but it's generally called boxing as well. It's when the vehicles are basically in line on top of the hill. They fire a couple of shots and then they jockey, as we just described. They jockey to a different position. The way they do that is they reverse down the hill for about 50 to 100 meters, or to a position where they're hidden, concealed from the enemy. They turn 90 degrees left or right, depending on where they are on the hill, where the other vehicles are, etc. They move forward, again, about 150 meters, 150, again, depending on how big the hill is, how much space and where the other vehicles are. Then they stop, turn towards the hill again, go back up and stop and engage again. That is the general position where you will hear a commander called jockey or boxing the vehicle. Last topic, vehicle hides. So during any movement, there may come a time when you need to stop the vehicles. Precautions should always be taken when halted. In other words, you should always have some kind of all-around security, or ARD. Vehicles, warriors in particular, have 5 different types of ARDs. 4 really. The first type is a box hide. A box hide is the most protected area. Sorry, my mistake. The box hide, which... Second. I have an example. So if you look behind you now, that is a box hide. The vehicles are forming a box with the front of each vehicle facing the rear of the next vehicle. The turrets, I can't do it now, but the turrets will be pointed outward, so towards the sides of each vehicle, facing out and providing security. Now, the box hide is the most protected of the vehicle hides. It offers the most protection and offers a large protected admin area for the platoon commander, platoon sergeant, for moving supplies, for treating wounded in the center of the vehicles. However, it's the slowest to set up. It's very slow to set up and to dismantle when you need to move again. It's generally used for extended halts and for harboring at the end of nights if you're not in patrol areas. Patrol bases, sorry. Any questions on the box side?
Would a box hide be that snug? Or would you have it spread out a bit more depending on like terrain and whatnot?
Not by much. It's not terrain dependent. It should always resemble a box, and the vehicle should always be relatively close together, so that the center area, which is the admin area used by the infantry to do their things, it's well protected.
All right. So it's really to defend what's in the center from small arms fire than it is anything else.
It's one of the uses. There is a variation of this, if there are no more questions. So a variation of the box hide is a triangular hide. It's basically a box hide. It offers the same advantages and disadvantages. However, it's when you only have 3 vehicles. So again, the turrets will be facing outward. The admin area is slightly smaller, obviously because you have 3 vehicles. Provides the same amount of security. And again, it's slow to set up and dismantle because of this. Any questions on box or triangular hide? Right, next side is the crucifix hide. Right, you see in front of you right now. The vehicles are, the rear of each vehicle is facing each other, forming a little square in the middle. The crucifix side offers less protection and a smaller admin area compared to the box side. However, it is faster to set up and dismantle, especially to dismantle because the vehicles can just drive off. It's again used in extended halts, but it's generally used when a fast departure from the hide itself is needed. Next hide is the linear hide. The linear hide is terrain dependent, so it's used in terrain, any kind of terrain. It's used when terrain doesn't permit any other type of hide, so it doesn't permit a box and it doesn't permit a crucifix hide. It's generally, it can be as basic as a herringbone along the road, or as the vehicles stopping one behind the other in a wooded area. The guns will be facing every direction, so the front vehicle's gun will be facing front, the vehicle behind that will be facing to one side, the third vehicle to the other, and the rear vehicle will be facing the rear. There's a specific version of this, which is called a short halt. So whenever the vehicles are traveling down a road and either the warrior sergeant, the platoon commander, platoon sergeant, or the front vehicle calls a short halt, the vehicles stop where they are on the road, in the middle of the road, and face the guns out. Short halts usually don't last more than 10 to 15 minutes. The last type of hide is the urban hide. We don't really use it. It's kind of difficult to use it in Arma. It exists. It basically is using an urban environment to hide the vehicles. So, for example, put them behind large buildings, put them inside barns or industrial warehouses.
Inside garages.
So basically using the urban terrain, the towns, the industries, to hide the vehicles from air attack or ground attack or anything. Again, we don't really use it. It's very hard to find buildings that permitted to use it in Arma. So
Especially safely. Without,
safely,
yeah, without getting armored through the building.
But it exists. You should know it exists. Right, so... Oh, I need to spawn another vehicle. If you want to pair up, one of you is going to need to be alone, sadly. But want to pair up, grab a vehicle. One person in the driver's seat, one person in the gunner seat. If you open your maps, we are in the southeastern part of Altus. Okay. So we're starting here at the warrior area. We're going to do a green patrol now, where you're going to do a green patrol. Going outside the base, turning left, going south for Solacano, and stopping around here. Yeah, that's basically it. Remember your convoy drills. First and last vehicle, call your turns, call your speed limits. That is pretty much it. Hop in, make sure you're on blockade channel 3 on the short range.
Are we using the short range?
Yes, because... All right, let's go. Mount up and line up vehicle 1, vehicle 2, vehicle 3 at the gate.
Can we use the commander seat instead, because I prefer that a lot?
Say again?
Can we use the commander seat?
Yeah, one person in the driver's seat, one person.
Right now in the base, or just go up to that gate?
10,
Yeah.
10 or 5, whichever you prefer.
Alright, so I'll take the third one.
You hear me, Desmond? Yeah.
Yeah, I got you.
Alright.
Hey, Duff.
Tuggins.
Yep, Duff, what's up?
Oh. Loud and clear.
Lovely. You want, would you want me turned out or turned in?
I'm turned out.
I'll turn out then. Speed limit set to 5 at the moment.
Alright.
Can we draw a plan to get to the area as well?
Let me know when you want to step off.
Vehicle 2, you moving out?
Tuggins?
Yeah, I'm waiting for you to give me the go, man. You're my commander.
Yeah, I don't remember yet. Just go.
Moving.
Still gotta get used to that spacing.
Again.
Right now, the person who is in the commander seat, his role really is to help the driver with position in the vehicle, since in the commander seat you have a way better view.
Do I
Also,
report?
typically you have to turn the GPS on.
Do I report the vehicle in, or is that what you do as the driver? Tuggins.
Is there a set route already, or we need to come up with one?
So it's kind of like in the Foxhound how you're going to be doing like comms. So imagine like you're driving the Foxhound, you have your like IC there, who's giving out all the actual comms.
Yeah, I just did drivers yesterday. I'm pretty much green. Greener than green.
So all you got, at the moment we're okay because we're middle vehicle. If we were the lead vehicle, you'd be calling out vehicle 1 turn and left, vehicle 1 turn and right, that sort of stuff. I've put the L's,
Last vehicle is online.
put the L's and the R's on the map already.
Are you ready?
Lead Vic ready.
Vic 2 ready, say Vic 2 ready on that.
Is the gate automatic or do you actually know for yourselves? You're a warrior. I hear by no means obstruction of property, right?
Okay, vehicle 1, you have control speed limit. On your time, you know where we're going. Let's go.
Yeah, Vic 1 moving, speed limit 40. The gate's not opening.
Open gate.
I would have not expected Arma just to block the warrior. I would have wanted to see boom.
Ready, Vic 1 moving. Vic 1 turning left.
Right, Vic 2 moving.
Off stick, turn left.
It's weird with the speed limiter. I think I'm flying along here at 60, but I'm only going at 40.
Oh man. I don't see anything, sadly.
Playing speed limiter 230.
Going down to 30.
Vic 1 turn right, going straight.
Turn and right.
Vic 1 turning left.
That's good turning right.
Turn
Vic
and
1
left.
turning right.
Off stick, turning left.
Turn and right.
Off stick, turn right. Be advised, there's a Land Rover coming up on this road.
Right, all vehicles short hold.
Vic 1 holding.
Vic 2 going ready to hold.
Alright, engines off. Okay, a couple of notes to this first part, mainly on this short hold. Keep the spacing on the vehicles. You can reduce it a little bit, but like vehicle 1 and vehicle 2, you're way too close right now. So whenever you do short hold, keep the spacing on vehicles. Additionally, during a short hold, you don't really need to leave the road. It's preferable not to. Other than that, it was your first movement, it was good. Right, move forward to the red stall marker that should be on your GPSs. Keep your distances and stop when the vehicle 2 is on that marker.
Roger, lead Vic moving.
You have to tell when this marker, by the way.
Yeah.
Right, vehicle moving. Right, we're approaching the marker. And
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, we're on the marker.
Vehicle 2 on marker.
Vic 1 holding.
Last Vic holding.
Okay, all vehicles turn 90 degrees left.
Turning 90
degrees
degrees
left.
left, turning.
Okay, now we're moving on to practicing our bounds. If you know on a map, there's a red end marker to the north. Right under warrior range. Let me know when you see it.
Oh yeah.
Vic 1 seen.
Vic 2 soon.
Vic 3 seen.
Got it, man?
Yep, got it.
Vic 2 soon.
Okay, what we're gonna do is you're gonna bound forward to that direction, with the bounds type of bounds that I'm gonna call. Now, 2 things. 1, there are some obstacles in the way towards the other main road on that far side. That's the vehicle range area. Just ignore them. Use them as cover if you want, but just ignore them. Number 2, we're gonna bound singular vehicles. Now, usually you do pairs of 2. Now we have 3 vehicles. We could do 2 vehicles and 1 vehicle. I'm gonna do single vehicles, so 1 vehicle is gonna bound, then the other, and then the third. This is for normal bounds. If I call a leapfrog, vehicle 3 and vehicle 2, you're a pair. Vehicle 3 and vehicle 2, acknowledge.
You got that?
Vehicle 2 acknowledge.
Great.
So, sorry, just want to make sure.
Yeah, disregard what I said. Vehicle 3, vehicle 2, you're a pair. You'll be bonding together. Vehicle 1, you'll be bonding by yourself.
There we go. Cool.
Roger.
Vehicle acknowledge.
Vic 3 acknowledge.
Okay, we'll start with Caterpillar bounds. Vic 2, Vic 3, you're bounding first. On your own time.
Distance.
It's your call.
Okay. Right. Well, let me know when you want to step off, man, because I've been...
Vic 2, this is Vic 3. We will bound 100 meters to the northeast.
Thank Christ, that was
Vic 2 copies.
Bound. Doing 3 hold.
I thought that bush would actually save me there.
Infantry move.
Moving.
can give her a bit. Okay, hold now.
2-3 hold.
One moving.
We're just gonna take the speed limiter off for this. I think it's gonna be quicker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We move.
Moving. You gotta let me know if these guys are stopping, by the way, because I've got no eyes on them, man.
Yeah.
Cheers.
I can't see him.
Eyes on. Right, there we go. Hold in.
Big one moving. For week 1. I'm gonna tell you when the 30 is moving.
Cool, cool. I'm gonna deviate right around that wall there, okay?
Okay. Big one hold.
2-3 move.
Vehicle 3 moves.
Hold.
Hold.
Vehicle 1 moving.
They were straying afar from 1.
That's okay, we'll deviate, we'll track on the other side of this. And we'll be able to have eyes on them, then we push. I can hear their engine off to the northwest though, so they're not too far away.
2-3 move.
Moving. Belly up, see?
2-3 will hold in this tree line.
Right, we're gonna grab this one. We're gonna grab the one in front. There we go.
Approach. Vehicle 1 moving. Roger. Vehicle 1 bound 200 meters northeast so that you can catch up. Vehicle 1 hold. 2-3 move, 150 northeast.
115 northeast. Moving.
Hold.
Holding.
Vehicle 1 moving.
Pulling us back into this little defilade here. There we go. The concealment will help. They won't be able to see this giant tank behind this bush. It's all okay.
Definitely not. He's hold.
3 moving.
Moving. Right, I've got a low rock wall, deviating left around it.
Yeah.
3 hold.
Right, the hold snuggers in right
Vehicle
here.
1 moving.
Good driving, Tuggins.
That's okay.
We are just parking on this cruiser. Yeah, roger that. 2 and 3 are going to move straight to the last marker, then 1 follow.
Moving.
Vehicle 1 follow.
Not very environmentally friendly.
Infantry on position, 1 move up.
There you go.
Vehicle 1 moving.
You see over the top of this crest?
Yeah, I can see over it up.
There you go.
No enemies. burned out tank to the right in front of vehicle 3. Where is one?
I can hear one off to your southeast. Have a look off to your right. What you seeing behind us?
Vehicle 1 hold.
Those band trees, man.
Right, get up on the road, dismount, huddle up next to the flags in front of Victor.
Right.
Very excited last you were going to go now for me on the radio.
Link up at the gate with the flags and dismount.
Just bringing this in at the rear, probably easiest.
Yeah.
Engine off. Stepping out.
You were basically soloing. I was just kind of going, okay, we're just do this. that was it.
Okay. That was okay, I guess. Number of things. As I said, I'm not sure you heard. I might not have transmitted. You're in Warriors. You can bound a lot further than 100 meters, mainly because the effective range of the gun is like 2 kilometers. So you can do that. Also, when you bound, you're traversing open terrain. You should do it as fast as you can, unless you have a reason to go slower. The way distances work, you can bound in front as much as you want until the rear vehicle doesn't see you, really, or unless you do further than 2 kilometers, which you won't, because probably the whole distance from here to the other road is 2 kilometers. Yeah. The trick is the rear vehicle, whenever they can't see you, they should tell you to stop, or they should do it before they can't see you so they can cover you, because their job, the vehicles that are stopped, is to cover the vehicles that are moving. This leads me to another thing. When you stop, say on the radio, vehicle 1 or pair 1 stopped. That way, vehicles that are stopped know that they're now free to move because somebody's covering them.
Happy with Tuggins.
Right.
I bet you are.
Whoever was commanding is driving now. Get some spacing between each other, face the direction we came in, and be ready. I'll tell you what to do. Well, which way to bound.
Oh yeah, fun fact, guys. If you use the bracket keys on the left and right, you can bring up a camera of the other positions.
This is Vic.
Who's in my vehicle?
Wait, yeah, the Vic positions are all messed up.
Oh, whoa, 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 whoa! What are we doing? What are we doing? Hold on, man. Hold on. Let's see what he wants us to do first. Whoa. Steady on, boy. Steady on. Steady on. Hold. What, you go run over a flagpole, man?
Good. Needs it.
Who's actually in this Vic? Is it you, Duff?
No, it's Boo.
Oh, what the fuck? I wonder why. I know.
Right, the vehicle with
There we go.
Desmond in it is vehicle 1 now, unless it was vehicle 2 before. Where are you?
There you go, Duff. Am I with you now?
Desmond's in the left Vic.
Right, the vehicle with Booth in it remains vehicle 3. The vehicle with Q4 in it is vehicle 2. The vehicle with Desmond in it is vehicle 1.
Copy. Vehicle 2.
Vehicle 2 and vehicle 3, you're a pair again. Actually, no. Vehicle 1 and vehicle 2, you're a pair. Vehicle 3, you're by yourself. You're bounding south-southwest-ish. You're doing leapfrog bounds from now. Go.
Basically, 216. Vehicle 2 is prepping to move.
Vic 1 is ready to move.
Vic 2 moving south-southwest. Driver, take us out, bearing 213, speed rapid. Go.
On Vic.
going, keep going. Vic 2's continuing to move. Vic 3, can you let us know when you've got lost eyes on us?
Yeah, where's that?
Gonna go around here.
Yep, I'll let you you navigate.
Vic 1, Vic 2, I've lost that.
Vic 2, Vic 1, hold.
Vic 1 holding.
Vic 3, move.
Vic 3 is moving.
This thing really got some power.
Vic 3, this is Vic 2, I'll let you know when I've lost eyes on you.
Roger that.
Look at him careening all over the place. Oh, he's having so much fun.
My driving was better.
It's all good driving. Vic 3, prepare to hold. Vic 2, Vic 1, move.
Vic 1 moving.
You're moving. Gonna take us left here.
Yep. So remember, we're going to leap past pound him. Once again, he's going to be giving us directions.
Yep.
Vic 3, Vic 2's approaching on your left. Let us know once again once you lose eyes on us.
Roger that, Vic 2. I was moving 100 metres out so that I don't cross the line of path.
If possible, deviate right a little bit on the road here, just so we don't track along it. Okay, now deviate a bit left
Vic
again.
1, Vic 2, I've lost sight.
Vic 1, Vic 2 holding.
Vic 1 holding.
If you can, pull it forward a little. Oh, can't we pull it forward? Pull off the to your left a little bit by about 25 meters. See if we can use that tree cover over there just to hard.
Just down up to the road. That's your boundary.
Cheers, brother. That's a bit better.
Vic 3 moving to the right.
Got eyes on Vic 3. He's off to our northwest by about 150, 200 meters. Pushing now.
Okay. Yeah.
When we head out, we'll probably take a bearing of roughly about 2110. Sorry, 210 or 215. Vic 1, Vic 2 moving.
Vic 1 moving.
How about this bearing?
Track it, yeah, track it right a little bit, just. There we go. And get ready to hold. And hold.
Very good. Anything anybody wants to say? Any comments?
That was much faster.
Yeah, in about, what was it, 4 trucks, you completed the entire distance. So, 1 in vehicle 2, switch driver and gunner again.
Turning in. In driver position.
One sec.
In commander. When is RAF turned in?
Vic 1 ready.
So on the 152, just say Vic 2 ready.
Vic 2 ready.
There you go, man. You're getting the hang of it. Look at you go.
Yeah. We've really done.
Alright, turn back the way we came. It's north-northeast, easy-ish, probably more north. Yeah, not direct north, otherwise you hit a town, but somewhere right of north and left of northeast. So vehicle 3, vehicle 2, you're up here again. Vehicle 1, you're by yourself. You're gonna do normal bounds for the first bit. Vehicle 1, you are leading out. on your time.
Vehicle 1, Vehicle 2 and 3 together, Vehicle 1. Vehicle 1 is going to bound 100, it's going to bound forward. And then Vehicle 2 and 3 will bound forward when we say halt. Alright?
Correct.
Vehicle 1, it will start moving. Vehicle 1 bounding.
So with this, we're going to be moving online with him.
Yeah.
Cool. But if you lose eyes on him, or he's going too far out, call it up on net and let him know. You know. You should... Oh, I think they hit a tree.
Yeah. Wig 1, this is Wig 2, lost contact.
Right, hold. Vehicle 1, hold them.
Wig 2 moving, let him know.
Wig 2 moving.
Start bounding.
Got eyes on, coming up online. I'm going to be holding just on the edge of this tree line here. Get ready, Vic 2, holding, stay on net.
Wig 2 holding.
Big 3 hold.
Right, Vehicle 1 moving. Vehicle 1 is going to orient themselves a bit more northeast. Say when you've lost eyes of us.
Lost eyes. Oh shit, forgot Wig
Vehicle 1 holding, Vehicle 2 and 3, you can bound.
2 moving.
3 moving.
Vehicle 2, Vehicle 3, leapfrog.
Leapfrogging.
Okay.
So we're going to be pushing past him basically.
Yeah. They are off to our right.
Vehicle 2 and 3 leapfrog up with us. We'll tell you when can't see no more.
Dodger.
You just passed them.
Yep, well we're leapfrogging past him. So we're going to go past him.
Yeah, just so you know.
Cheers, thanks.
Big 1, we're pretty much on target now.
Right, Vehicle 1 is moving. Vehicle 1's passing Vehicle 2 there.
What have they hit?
Vehicle 1 to Vehicle 2 and 3. I'm just going to not leapfrog so we can just kind of finish this off with one last bound. Start with you guys.
Moving.
Going for it.
Moving.
Vehicle 1's set, you guys can move.
And approaching the road in 3, 2, 1. At the road. Big 1.
Wig 2 at the road.
Big 2 holding.
Vehicle 1 moving.
There you go, man. Look at you. You smashed it. Commanding all these vehicles. Doing amazing.
That's it.
Vehicle 1 hold.
But thanks.
Doing great.
Right, let's huddle back up on me at the gate.
Yeah, take us to the gate.
Roger. Go into the gate.
When you get
Holding.
I realized you probably covered one part of lecture 4 does the one about bounding.
Mm.
Yeah. Sorry. What did you do to that vehicle?
Well, you see, there's this thing called trees. I didn't like that, so I made it not.
Greta Thunberg would not be happy with you.
Yeah.
So,
Right, we have one last part of practical before we finish it up with it. So we're here. If you open the map, more along here. We're gonna move in a green patrol through the town until we reach that flag. At that flag, we're gonna do a type of hide. I'm gonna call it once you're near it. Once we're there, we're gonna then switch on an amber patrol all the way to the next town of Panagia and to the other blue flag. Where, yeah, the other blue flag, we're going to do another type of hide. It's going to be that hard. Whoever was driving during the first green patrol, except for Booth, you are now in the commander seat. Whoever didn't drive during the first green patrol, you are driving now during this green patrol.
Hey, does anybody want to drive for me for a bit?
I can drive for Booth.
Yay!
Were you driving during the first green patrol?
Oh yeah, it was.
Yeah. So somebody who was driving during. Oh wow, you were driving during the first green patrol?
yeah, Tuggins was driving. I was in the seat.
The G4 and Desmond on. I was driving in the first green patrol.
So you can command something.
I don't mind soloing Cap. That's okay.
I'll do it, Booth.
Give Booth a little company rather than being by himself
sure,
all night.
You can solo this, yeah, fine.
It's mostly so that I can get up and get my Chinese food when it arrives.
So Thomas's vehicle is gonna remain vehicle free. Blue's vehicle is gonna be vehicle. What were you do for?
I was 3.
No, not you. Him. 2-4. Which vehicle were you?
We were vehicle 2.
Right. So Tuggins is gonna be vehicle 3. You two are gonna be vehicle 2, and McGregor and Desmond are gonna be vehicle 1 again.
Roger. Sounds good.
Right. And let's get moving. Get yourselves lined up before we start moving out. Again.
No, I take. I'm gonna take the rear.
Wait, what?
Well, vehicle 3, right? Make it easier for you guys rather than him to bath.
I think vehicle 1 though.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah, just drive around that gate. And there's another one further.
It's mine.
Closer to the town as well.
I've earned this.
I hate you.
You can set speed.
Big 3 sign on the convoy net, frequency 24, out.
Vehicle 1, ready to move.
You can set speed.
Convoy C40. Vehicle 1, is all vehicles ready?
You ready?
Big 3, ready, out.
Vehicle 1 stepping off.
Vehicle 2 stepping off.
Big 3, moving, out.
1 holding, vehicle 1 holding.
Vehicle 2 holding.
Yeah, just move around that gate.
Big 3 holding.
2 moving.
Big 1 moving.
Big 3, moving, out.
Right, when you reach the flag, you're gonna do a triangular hide. Straight in.
Big 1 acknowledge triangular hide.
So pick 1 will start the triangular hard. Alright, is that right? off the side of the road or trying to put
Big 3 out of town.
Advance 5 minutes. A little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. Yeah, that's good.
Big 3 set.
Yeah, that's good.
All right, that's a good height. Ideally, you want to be front to back, but that's fine.
I was going to say big 3 if you just do a 180.
For a second, since it would be beneficial to have 3 vehicles for this.
Roger, Vic 3 doing 180.
So once big 3 stops moving, if you want to dismount and look in the middle of the hide to see how you did and to see what the height is, once he stops moving, move, or not move, not Desmond again, whoever dismounted.
Be aware, just so you guys know, remember I've got no commander, so I've got no ice to the rear, hence why I pulled in that way.
hold on, I'll bring you out. Can I hop out the vehicle to help him in?
One thing you can do, if you turn in and you reverse, there's a small reverse camera inside.
Also, you can just drive around the hide so you're coming in it from a different angle.
Yeah, Vic 3's just going to do that. I'm going to turn around the southwest, guys. Be easier and quicker. Vic 3, enter and hide.
That's what she said.
Vic 3 set.
Oh, my Chinese food's right.
What was that about the Chinese food?
It's arrived.
Ah.
Moving into centrified. That's pretty tight.
Yeah,
Yeah.
decent.
I'll say what, for having no commander, I think I did alright
Yeah,
there.
yeah. For having no commander, that's not bad.
That's not bad.
With commander, you could just literally. The nose is a little tight. 'Cause you want to be able to get out.
What, daddy?
But that is not bad.
Daddy.
I think I should have pulled in, you know.
Oh, well, there you go. Yeah, I could have done it a little bit more in an angle with Vic 2.
It's a good height. You did a good job.
Yeah, fine.
Now, again, ideally the turrets will be pointing out, but since we don't have gunners, that's the point. Again, you can pair up. Oh, sorry. Again, it's a good height. Good job on the height. McGregor, you can have a look around. Green patrol is self-explanatory. There's nothing really to it. Now we're gonna try, because it's super hard, and do an amber patrol. So again, in duos and one person will be by itself. 2 vehicles are going to be up front, 1 on each side of the road, because there's space. You're going to be bounding up, caterpillar bound, along the road. Gear speed is extremely important, even more so than open ground movement, because the third vehicle is going to be behind you, moving at a constant speed, trying not to stop. The vehicle behind should not, at any point, overtake any of the vehicles in front. So this is also a restriction on how far ahead the vehicle can move in its bound. Because if you move too far ahead, the rear vehicle is going to stay stopped for a long time, and the rest of the combo is going to catch up and need to stop to not overtake it.
Cap.
Yes.
Recommend that whatever the 2 vehicles that are caterpillaring are the ones with commanders, so they can keep an eye on CCAP.
Yeah, that could be. I'll let you decide that. It's really not a huge.
Definitely you guys up front, commanders.
Any questions on what I just said? Did that make sense?
Yep.
Yeah.
Get on the road, get yourself set up. I'll tell you when to move. We're going up to the end yellow marker next to the yellow flag. We're going to do another fight at that point.
Are we
Roger.
swapping or same drivers?
Whichever you prefer. We can do it again once we're there if you want.
Yeah, fuck, the same drivers then.
Off you go, guys.
Are you moving? Desmond.
Hey, Desmond.
Desmond.
Hey, Desmond. Hey, Desmond.
Desmond.
Hey, Desmond. Desmond.
He's not disconnected too, is
Yeah,
he?
just drive the vehicles in a normal convoy on the road, hold them next to where you are.
Desmond.
Desmond?
Desmond. What have you done to him, McGregor?
McGregor, just drive that
No.
vehicle.
I think you can get in the driver's seat. Are you not?
You want me to check?
Oh yeah, I think Desmond's gone. I'm in the driver's seat.
Yeah, I told you, we lost them.
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear.
Big 3 moving.
Does the big one need to pull up more, or you guys got enough space?
But guess I'm still big one.
Nah, the vehicle in front is Vic 1, the vehicle behind him is Vic 2. But yeah, do position McGregor, the first two Vics should be in line since you're bounding.
Big one, move off. We'll let you know when to stop.
Sorry, so we lost.
Big one, step off. We'll let you know when to stop.
Big one's stepping off.
Big 3, you are free to start manoeuvring as soon as Big 2 has stopped.
Roger, Vic 3 maneuver once Vic 2 stop.
Vic 1, stop.
Vic 3 should stop moving, and you should never stop until we steer.
Yep. Big 1, move.
Vic 3 currently moving at 150. Sorry, 15.
Big 1, move. Hold. Big 1. Big 1, reach.
Big one moving.
Big 1, hold. Big 1, move.
Big moving.
Big 1, hold. Big 2, hold. Big 1, move. Big 1, hold. Big 2.
Right, we're doing a crucifix side over here. Left side of the road, where the flag is.
Sorry, let's come on now. There's something wrong with the teleport.
Confirm what hide you want us to go into.
Crucifix. Just pretend there's a full vehicle.
Confirm what type he wants, because I can't hear him on the radio.
Big 1, face, orientate northwest.
Hey, is it a crucifix hide he wants?
Yeah.
Cheers, thank you. Big 3 moving in position.
Big 1, reverse about 10 meters.
Big 1.
Yeah, roger that, Big 1.
Sorry, what is the last message you couldn't hear?
Reverse about 10 meters.
Gotcha.
Yeah, hold.
Are you doing a crucifix hide?
Yes.
Hey, Vic 2, can you let us know if Vic 3 needs to reverse anymore?
Enough. Big 1 smelting.
The imaginary fourth.
Hey, surprised the rest of it, mate. I don't know what's going on with my internet right now.
Oh, I mean, this would be the end of the practice run well, okay, that was great, actually. Probably one of the best I've seen, especially in the start. Better than some of the patrols we did on actual servers. It's quite difficult to do, really, but you did it very well. Any comments, notes, things you want to say? Questions, maybe?
One thing I would say is that Vehicle 3, that was literally the maximum speed you could have gone before that would have fucked up the whole Cappellari.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, I was pushing it between 10, 15 and 20 based on how guys you were doing. Yeah. It's somewhere around that 15 to 10 sweet spot, I'm guessing, with a bit more space on the start.
Unless you, like, the two bounding vehicles have to have, like, be so on point with their timings of when they arrive and go.
Yeah.
I would say one thing, 10 may be slightly slower to do on actual server. But, I mean, it worked this case, but on actual server, we might not do 10 as it could be a little slower. But that was really good nonetheless, Tuggins. Well done.
Awesome.
Right. Now, you have a choice. We can either do this again and try and have McGregor not crash and do it with you this time, or we can move on to the quiz and then end this.
I'm happy moving on to the quiz.
I'm happy to move on to the quiz.
Yeah, I don't want to hold everything back.
Oh, McGregor.
Oh.
You selfless man.
All right. Then one of you. I don't really know if anybody needs to leave immediately.
Can I go first?
Hold on. Anybody needs to leave immediately? If no, then yes, you can go first.
Ah, thank you.
Follow me.
Ooh, going to the secret place now.